The Bernina Express is a scenic train that connects two towns, Chur in Switzerland and Tirano in Italy. It is often quoted as the train that has the most beautiful railway in Switzerland or even in the world, as it runs along the World Heritage Site known as the Rhaetian Railway in the Albula or Bernina landscape. The view along the Rhaetian Railway is fascinatingly beautiful. It passes through the Swiss Alps region, which stretch out on altitude that range from 430 meters, where the city of Tirano is located, to its highest station, the Ospizio Bernina, at the altitude of 2,253 meters. The Bernina Express is worldly famous among travelers, but the ticket itself is not cheap. The video will answer the questions. Is Bernina Express really worth the money? Let's start with the pros of the Bernina Express. The main thing that makes the Bernina Express special is obviously the railway. It covers around 1,823 meters of different altitudes over the mountainous regions of the Swiss Alps. It traveled across 196 bridges, traveled through 55 tunnels, and as well over many different kinds of fascinating landscapes. Landwasser Viaduct is one example of giant bridges you will see on the Bernina track. It is a beautiful single-track curved railway built in 1901 with 65 meters high and 136 meters long, with one of its ramps exit straight into the Landwasser Tunnel. It is one of the signature structures of the World Heritage Site listed on the Bernina Railway.
We shall be arriving at Ospizio Bernina station shortly. This is the highest station on the Rhaetian Railway's entire network. It is 2,253 meters above.
At elevations of 2,234 meters, the route will take you along the edge of Lago Bianco, a reservoir at the Bernina Pass in the canton of Grisons, Switzerland. It is the only rail link from the St. Moritz region to Italy, providing at this site the highest point of regularly scheduled train service in Europe. Another signature structures of World Heritage Site listed on Bernina Railway is the Christ Viaduct Brusio, a 110 meters long spiral viaduct with 360-degree curve. The spiral viaduct was required to limit the railway slope to 7%, so the train would not slip on the way up or become uncontrollable on the way down. The train is operated by the Rhaetian Railway Company, and it has panoramic coaches with enlarged windows and multilingual audio guide on board. It is very comfortable, and the large windows are certainly giving more pleasant view angle to enjoy the beautiful nature along the entire 4 hours journey on the train. After all those great things on the pro side, now let's see on the con side of the Bernina Express. The ticket price is not cheap. By the time this video was made during the summertime, second class ticket cost 88 Swiss franc in full price. But if you do have half fare ticket, you need only to pay 50% of it. In addition to that, however, there is another cost of 14 Swiss franc for seat reservations. I have explained earlier that the train is very comfortable with enlarged windows that are certainly giving more pleasure for the passenger to enjoy the view. There is actually a downside to that. The downside is when you try to take a picture or making video like myself, it is very hard to have a good result. You will end up with many reflections in your pictures that actually do not make it look good. The trip with Bernina Express train takes around 4 hours from Tirano to Kur, or vice versa. Make sure that you are really into train travel so that you can have enjoyable time. If you think you do not like to simply sit 4 hours on the train, then maybe this is not something for you. The complete journey of Bernina Express is actually also include bus ride, which will take you around 3 hours, connecting two cities, Lugano and Tirano. 3 hours is actually quite long for a bus ride. So if you don't really like bus ride like myself, you might want to opt out for the bus and only take the train ride. As conclusions, if you like train ride, then Bernina Express is definitely worth the money, as the views are simply fascinating. However, you might want to pack your own food and drinks, as they are pretty expensive if you buy them on the train. Alternatively, if you think Bernina Express is quite expensive, you might want to check the regional train. The ticket price is slightly lower, but actually it runs into the same route, so you definitely will have the same kind of views. But in the regional train, you will not have the enlarged windows as in the Bernina Express train.